Okay, today we will be installing a remote pressure sensor and an Ethernet gateway. So let's take a look at the Ethernet gateway by Alta. Here's the antenna. You simply screw it in place. Comes with the antenna and the power pack, the little adapter that you plug into the wall outlet, the cord. And this Ethernet gateway will plug into our switch for our local internet connection here in our facility. Here's the adapter that comes with it. That's where you plug it into the wall to power it. This is like a Cat5 cord. Plug it in there. Plug the other end into our switch, internet switch. And then here's a wireless transmitter that transmits the air pressure back to the gateway. Here's that air pressure sensor right here. It's 1/4 inch NPT threads. And I'm going to use some heavy duty double-sided tape to attach it to the wall. I'll grab a screwdriver. We'll take off the cover. Got to install AA batteries in this unit. But you have to hook everything else up first before you install the batteries in here. So keep that in mind. And you see there's a note inside here that tells you that. Right there. So here's where we're going to install the air pressure sensor. We have our air compressor sending air to this piping that supplies air to our dry fire sprinkler system. And we want to monitor the air pressure. So if the air compressor ever fails, or there's an air pressure drop because we develop a leak, we want to know about that right away. Because if the air pressure drops too much, the valve could open and flow water into the sprinkler system or start dumping the water out the drain. And that could be a bad situation if we trigger a false fire alarm. We don't want to do that. You can also use a remote pressure sensor to measure pressure on other equipment as well. So here's a unit installed. You can see I installed a stainless steel T. There's the transmitter there that I mounted to the wall. Transmitter has a little antenna that will send data to the Ethernet gateway. And we'll log on to our dashboard. It's on imonit.com is what we used. You pay a small fee. I think it's like 30 or 40 bucks a year. That's not too bad. We looked into hooking it up to our BAS system for the building, but the local HVAC contractor we use for our BAS system wanted over $1,000 to install their own pressure sensor that they like and run some 18-4 wire. That was too expensive for us. This, I think altogether, we spent $700 at the most.
Wow.
So we saved ourselves almost $700 because they quoted us, I want to say like $1,400. So here's the Ethernet gateway. When you first plug it in and plug it into the switch, the lights will be red, then they'll turn green. So you know it's up and running, connected to the internet, ready to go. You can add the sensor via your smartphone or your laptop. Just log on to the iMonit website and walk through their simple setup procedure. And this unit has an antenna, so that's what captures the data from that wireless sensor to get your pressure reading in real time. So here's a dashboard on the iMonit website. You can see everything's green, everything's good, but it gives you your antenna, shows you, how many bars you're getting. You can see we got full bars, and that's through a concrete cinder block wall. You can see we have it ping the gateway, I want to say every 30 minutes with the air pressure reading. Gives you this nice line graph so you can chart when does the air pressure drop, when does the air compressor kick on, when does it kick off. So that's really helpful data. You can add additional sensors to this dashboard. It's pretty straightforward and easy. And there's a look at the gateway. It's pretty intuitive. And you can add rules. So say you do have a low air pressure situation, you could say, okay, if it drops below 100 psi, I want an email. I want to be notified via text, phone call, etc. Or if the battery starts to get low, I want to be notified. So that's really nice. Or if there's a connectivity issue, it'll send you an email or text message to let you know right away. So we'll chart the current data. So you can see there where it started off, turned on. You can run reports. And you can add users. I hope this information helps you with your project. But this is sort of what the home page looks like for this application. Please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and thanks for watching.